Hello, YouTubers. Welcome back to another video. This is your angel here, your silent angel. Story time. Yeah, I got some stories I want to share with you. And you're going to hear a whole lot more stories coming from me. Let me start by telling you about a past relationship I was in recently. Well, it ended last year. And after it ended, I was all prepared, to spend the rest of my life alone. But I'm going to come back to this part in a moment. Let's go back to 4 years ago. Met this dude online. I'm not going to say his name because he's crazy. And he does not deserve that kind of energy from me, anything like that. He's just crazy. But we met online, and this was my first time talking to somebody around my age bracket. I've always had a thing for someone up in their 20s and their 30s. But I said, what the hell? I said, he look all right. He sound all right. He's about 52, 53. Let me give it a shot. Starting off, everything was just fine. We talk every day on the phone. We meet up, go out, have a bite to eat every time. You know, going to the parks together, going to the movies together, always going out to dinner together. And that was not cheap. Some of the restaurant bills would be like $100, $125, $150, and it was just us, you know. But you do things like that, when you're infatuated with somebody. You do even more things like that when you're in love with someone, with that person. And time went on. We decided it was after 9 months. We're gonna make it exclusives, just him and me. Make it exclusives. We going together. We boyfriend and boyfriend. But I know me. I'm an outspoken person. I have nothing to hide. So my friends, my family, my coworkers, they know what's up with me. They know I'm in a life. They know I'm gay. Right? Him, on the other hand, was hiding behind his cloud, like his parents don't know, his family don't know, and he's not ready to let them know. But you walking around here with your dreads in your hair, all dolled up, look like you should be on the cover of a Ebony magazine, and you saying your family don't know, they don't suspect. I tried to explain to him, it doesn't matter. You came out to your parents, your mom today or tomorrow. The love she has for you is never going to tarnish. It's never going to undercut the love she has for you if you told her today or tomorrow, because she born you. You are her son. But he was so convinced that she doesn't know, and she's not ready to tell him, to tell her what's going on. I said, whatever. Anyway, how can I put this? After being together with him a year now, I noticed little things about him. I come home from work, and we weren't even living together. He had his own place, I had my own place. I come home, you know, it's habit for me just to call my people up. Hey, how you doing? I'm in the house, just got off work, I had a good day. And then some days I wouldn't, but I would call at some time, at some point during that day. I call right away when I got in the house, but I would make it a point to call or text sometime during that day. A couple times, didn't call, and he went from 0 to 60 real fast. Why didn't you call me? This and that, You've been in the house for such and such hours. It takes 60 seconds to say, hello, babe, I'm home, this and that. And I'm saying, whoa, 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 whoa. Where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? We're not even married yet, and you're jumping off like this, which I wasn't used to, because I'm a laid back guy. I don't let shit bother me. I'm just laid back. I don't like to argue. There's always room for compromise. There's always room to do better. Went from that to restaurant scene again. We would go out, and I would say to him, you know what? We're spending way too much money now on eating out, and we're not. And I get that, but we're not even ready, close to nowhere, as far as living together, moving in together. We're not even there yet. So let's just take that out the equation. Then all of a sudden, it became a question about, we go out to dinner or out to lunch. Who's paying for this? Well, what's the big deal? I've always paid for it. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with your pockets? Why can't you pay for it, Then that became an issue. Then we went from that to, where have you been? I have not heard, I have not seen you, this and that. Again with a little attitude, Then we got to a point where we would go a couple of days without talking, And had I known now, but I knew back then. And if I had foreseen it, I could have put the brakes on it then, but I didn't, because I was already crazy and madly in love with him and wanted to be with him. But then he turned out to be a control freak. Wanted to know where I was going. Wanted to know what time I was going to be back. After a year or so, we started talking about moving in together. We were just talking. But I knew in my heart, because all we had been going through, I knew I wasn't ready. He was talking yin and crap about moving in together to be so much better, and we could do what we want to do. We'll be having plenty of sex and this and that. But I knew in my heart I wasn't ready for that. Not that part. Not moving in together, because we were already starting to argue and have disagreements, and we weren't even sharing the space together. I mean, we had a hotel room one time, and that's about it. But I knew I wasn't ready. And moving on, after 2 years, had a conversation again about getting a place together. I said, well, I don't want no apartment. I said, it would have to be a house. It had to be a house. I don't want no apartment. I don't want nobody over top me. I don't want nobody under me. It would have to be a house. So then we started looking around for a place. Ran our credits. He can't get a place because his credit's so low. But they wanted to work with me because I have okay credit. I'm still skeptical about this, about moving in together. Found a place. At the last minute, I backs out because I don't want to do it, because I know how he is. And if he's like this before we even move in together, how worse can it be after we get in the place together? Which I found out later on. After 4 years, fast forward now, stay with me. After 4 years being together, we found a place. 3-bedroom house. Moved in together. Went and bought furniture, refrigerators, stuff, gadgets for the kitchen and everything. Got the whole house set up. I'm down there setting it up. Now he's no more than about 4 or 5. He come downstairs, asked me if I need help. Can he help me setting everything up? Setting anything up? I said no, because you were just being away, and you'll start complaining about your back, because he had been in a bad car accident. So he was unable to work for the rest of his life. He gets a check. We were living in the house together. Worst big mistake I've made in my life. When I told you he turned into a Jekyll and Hyde, a sheep in wolf's clothing, boy, oh my gosh. Didn't do shit. The brother didn't want to do shit. I go to work. I come home after a hard day's work. He's asking me, what are we going to have for dinner? I said, now, hold up. You've been laying on your back all day, watching TV, watching court shows, smoking weed, taking naps, and you had the audacity to ask me, what are we going to have for dinner after I've been at work all day, hustling and bustling, trying to bring home a decent paycheck? You see, now he can't work because he's disabled, so he gets a check, $1,200 a month, which I'll get into later on in a minute. So, first couple of days, I went down there, I took stuff out of cook. I let him know right from the door. Look, I'm at work every day. You're going to have to take food out and have dinner ready. All you got to do, man, is have dinner cooked, man. Clean them dishes up. Just keep the house clean. He couldn't even do that. That was a big argument. And then we got a dishwasher. We got in an argument in the kitchen. I said, you got one job to do. Keep the house clean and pull trash. Take it out and cook dinner. I said, you can't even do that right. Turns out, his controlling got worse and worse. He didn't want to do nothing. He didn't want to wash dishes. He didn't want to cook dinner. He can cook dinner, but he can half-ass cook dinner. He didn't want to go to the laundromat. I bought him a shopping cart. Brother had no tell me what I look like walking down the street with a shopping cart full of clothes. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to clean the house. And all this stems from his childhood and the way his parents raised him. He has other siblings. He has a brother and a sister. He's the baby. But his parents babied him. So he didn't need anything. He didn't have to want for nothing. They did everything for him. Okay, now you're 52 years old. You cannot have that same attitude at 52. You're going to have to learn to do for yourself. You're a grown man. Nobody's going to take care of you. But I think this is what he expected of me. Take care of his ass. I'm not taking care of another grown-ass man. No. Two gay men in a relationship? No. You take care of each other. Talking about love making. The sex was whack. It was boring. So I didn't like that. A friend of mine said to me one day, she said, Curtis, that is my name. She said, most people would have left their relationship after 6 months of not having no intimacy at all, but you stayed in it for 4 years. How'd you do it? And no, I did not cheat. I did not cheat. When I finally got in my head that this was a big mistake and it was not going to work, I said, I got to get out of here. We was arguing way too much. This is not a relationship for me. 4 years of hell he gave me. 4 years of hell. I go food shopping, buy a whole bunch of snacks, have all up in there. One time I went to Rite Aid. They had 2-liter bottle of sodas. 3 liters, matter of fact. 3 for $5. I buy 3 of them, put them in the cabinet. On a Monday. By Thursday, it's gone. Because he smokes weed, a lot of weed. He's a basehead. He smokes a lot of weed. So he get the munchies at night. I don't smoke weed. I don't even smoke cigarettes. My drug of choice is I like a little alcohol, beer every now and then. I never been into smoking weed, or smoking cigarettes, or doing any kind of drug paraphernalia, except for liquor and beer. That's it. He drinks up all the soda. He eats up all the breakfast food. Eats up all the potato chips. And then on top of that, another big ass argument we had. He wants his pet dog to sleep in the bed with us. I said, oh, hell no. No, your dog got a bed. Matter of fact, put his ass in the second bedroom, put his ass down in the basement. That was another big argument, which I lost. I said, this shit here ain't gonna work. This got to go. Something got to give. Something's got to give. Anyway, did a lot of thinking, a lot of soul searching. I said, I got to get out of here. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I had to get up out of here. I mean, one time we got into an argument. It was his cousin's, I believe it was his cousin's birthday. And I rented a car for the weekend. We were going to go downtown, stay in a hotel, and get dressed from there. He bought me a suit and some shoes. This is him being in control. He wants to pick out what he want me to wear. He buys the shoes, the suit, the tie, the jacket, the whole 9 yards. I gets the hotel room, pays for the hotel room. Actually, he got the hotel room. He paid for it. I got the rental car. So we were going to stay in the hotel overnight. Next day, we were going to go to this party. That morning, up in the bed with him, I want to be intimate. He didn't know to tell me that we don't have time for that. Though we got things we got to do today. We got to get dressed. We got to go. I said, first, you said before we had our own place, you wouldn't be ready for that until you wouldn't be comfortable until we got our own place. But now we down here in the hotel room, and you give me another excuse why you don't want to do it. So, and I asked him one time, was he asexual? He didn't know what that meant. I had to break it down to him. But I was told by somebody else whose name would be anonymous that I was the first black man he ever dealt with. He always dealt with white guys. He never dealt with a black man before. He always dealt with white guys. So that said a lot to me. So anyway, getting back to the housing situation. After I got in my head and did some real deep soul searching, thinking about us in this relationship, I said, this is not going to work. I said, I got to get up out of here. So I remember one day I was on my hands and my knees. I was praying to God to release me from this toxic relationship I was in, because they had gotten very verbal, and I don't like to argue. Gotten very verbal. He was very controlling. Wanted everything his way. And I said, Lord, I love this house here. I like the neighborhood. The neighborhood is diverse. And I said, but if it's your will for me to lose this house and in order to get away from him, to get him out of my life, to get rid of that cancer, then so be it. But I knew if I stayed there, he was going to be there, because both our names was on the lease. I didn't own it. We rented. Both our names was going to be on it. So it just so happened that one day there was a guy from the management company outside the house with his truck. And my friend Howard downstairs, why is so-and-so out there in his truck? I don't even know this guy. I don't even know why he's out there. Next thing I know, a black car pulls up. Sheriff knocks on the door. Asked me, was I so-and-so to live here? And asked him what his name was. I said, yeah, that's us. Well, we have a warrant, to cease and exist the property. You're being evicted. And I was just in shock. So, the only thing we could do is grab what we could. I ran upstairs and grabbed some personal stuff, my ID, my passport, medicine, end up leaving. So now we downtown, we outside. So we like literally homeless. So, and at the time I was on unemployment. So I said, well, let's go get a hotel room. We got a hotel room, found a cheap hotel room, stayed there for 2 weeks. Had to order out every night. So now we're trying to figure out our next move after this 2 weeks is up in the hotel. So I said, well, after 2 weeks, this is it. There's no more money. I said, we got to go. We got to make some kind of moves. I said, isn't anybody, somebody you can call up? No, I don't know nobody. I don't have nobody this and that. I said, you got to call somebody up. Well, you're not leaving me and I'm not leaving you. I said, well, you may have to come to terms that we may have to separate for a while in order to come back together. I said, because nobody is going to take in, if you go to somebody's house, even somebody I knew or you knew, they're not going to want to take on you, your partner, and a dog. That's going to be out. So I'll call my cousin up, talk to my cousin. I ran it down, tell her what was going on. My cousin says, I love both of y'all, but Curtis, you can come here, but your friend, he cannot come here, and especially with no dog. I understood that. So I told my friend, I said, is there anywhere you can go? I said, 'cause I got somewhere I can go. His response was, well, you just go here, I'll just be out here. I said, look, I'm not going to leave until I know you got somewhere to go. Anybody you can call up. He calls his aunt up. Aunt says she don't really have the space. Then he calls her cousin his up. He tells his cousin, well, we're in dilemma here. He lies to his cousin, tells his cousin we had a water main break and we had to leave right away. So his cousin tells him that he can come there. But he didn't tell his cousin he had a dog. He goes there. First thing out of my mouth is, it don't make sense. I'm just trying to figure out, if y'all had a water main break here and you're coming here, then how long is it going to be? And they just can't put you out just like that. This is the lies that he told her. I moved with my cousin. Then I had to physically go over to my landlord's storage place, get my stuff out of storage, put it in my storage, pay somebody to help me move my storage, had to rent a U-Haul truck. I did all that. Once I did that, I got my friend's clothes, brought my friend some more clothes over to where he was staying at. We got into one too many arguments. I let him know over the phone. I said, if you're trying to find a place, I will help you find a place. I'll help you move in that place. But by all means, I would not move in that place with you. Because with you and I believe it's run its course. We argue too much. There's no intimacy. There's no understanding. There's no compromise. That's what I'm done. You know what his answer was? Well, that's all you had to say. But he didn't really mean that. Because had he not had somewhere to go, he'd be still fighting to hold on to me. Told me a few times, you're not going over there. But when we lost the house, and I ended up moving with my cousin, and he moved in with his, I knew then this was my way out of the relationship. I was done. Once the Lord opened that door for me to get out and close that chapter, I kept going. I never looked back since. Never looked back. The relationship I was in was very, very toxic and was a lot of verbal abuse. And that's the worst than being physical. That's the worst. Somebody that can take a story and sell it so well and make it sound so convincing that you on the outside don't even know the person, won't have no choice but to believe it. And that's how he was. A lot of idle threats. A lot of idle threats. Since then, I haven't spoken or seen him since we moved, and it's going on what 2 years. 2 years. He hasn't reached out to me about any of his property in my storage. None of that. In fact, we were supposed to have been getting married. I'm glad that never happened. I'm glad it never happened. He even had a ring. Since then, I took that ring and I sold it. I didn't need it. Fast forward, I was preparing myself to spend the rest of my life alone. I'm 58. I'll be 58. Memorial Day, which is May 25th. Memorial Day. Preparing myself to spend the rest of my life alone. But I was just done after that. Especially dealing with somebody close to my age, because I've never dealt with somebody close to my age before. I'm used to dealing with the young ones. You know, in their 30s. Somebody in their 30s. Or late 20s. I'm online, meet somebody, and then now me and this person we met before in the past, but I never really gave him a chance because I had different mindset back then, and I had decided, well, no, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk. I don't want to date. I want to do anything with you. This was way back then, years ago. So we meet up. He hits me up. We talking on the phone. We talking via text. We talk on the phone. Give it a shot. 32 years old, but we take our time. Very kind heart, very giving, always willing to lend an ear. But the thing what I like about this relationship here is the communication. Brother loves to communicate. He loves to communicate. There's never any dead air. Calls me 3 or 4 times a day. How's your day going? How's work going? I miss you. Let's talk again soon. I'll call you when I get in the house. What are you having for dinner? What you have for breakfast? Okay. Can't wait to see you. All the above marks everything checked off. You know. He's just like me. Don't like to argue. Don't like to disagree. Always room for compromise. Always being considerate of my feelings. Like I was in my last relationship. Trying to be considerate of his feelings. Trying to give him leeway. And got me nowhere. This one here he's not controlling whatsoever. He's there for me. He's everything I've done in my past relationships, he's done for me. Because that's just how he is. And I say this to say it's never good. Anything that starts fast is going to end fast. And I believe that to be somewhat true. Especially with the 4-year relationship that I had. Because a lot of stuff I didn't know about this brother didn't come out until way later. And he was very good at hiding it. Very good at hiding it. Did I know he could be such a creep? And a control freak? Did I know that he felt like the whole world centered around him? And everybody else can wait? But this new cat here I've been dealing with, right now, I'm enjoying the ride. We talked about getting the spot together, but we're not in no rush. He's not in no rush. I'm not in no rush. We talked about marriage, but there's no rush for that. Right now, we're just enjoying each other. It's all we're doing. We're just enjoying each other. I'm in Philadelphia. He's in Virginia. He's invited me to come here for my birthday. And so far, I'm enjoying it. My birthday don't kick off until... Actually, it's going to kick off tonight. Even if my birthday's on Monday. But he has something specially planned for me for tonight with him and his family. Love his family. everything. And I want to see. I'm going to hang in there, and we are taking our time to see where it's going to lead us, where road's going to lead us down, and just enjoy it. So, what I've learned from my past relationships is sometimes you really gotta take your time. You really gotta take your time. And if somebody that's not really into you, and they're really not into you, they don't really have to tell you. They can really show you. They can just show you without telling you that they're really not into you. And I believe that's what this was all about, showing me. And showing me how much he didn't care, because I cared. It's messed up. Yeah, it's messed up. It's messed up. But you live and you learn every day. You're never too old to live and learn. That's good for everybody. I don't care who you are, what color you are, where you're at in your life, what your status is. You're never too old to live and learn. You know? Right now, I'm in a better place in my life. And for a while, it's only been 5 months now I've been dating, and I'm been getting text messages from people who I used to mess with. You know, they think about me. They want me to come through. They want me to come hit it. You know, and then I was telling my cousin about it because we had a conversation about it. My cousin said to me, and he laid it down so plain. He said, just tell people, man, you're in a better place. And for me, like a light went on. Like, yeah, I don't need that, because I know if I go get with that person or get with this person, what am I getting out of it? I'm not really getting anything out of it, you know. Well, some quick self gratification with that person, and then I won't see him again, and that's about it. And these are people that are, some of the people are involved with someone already. And I'm like this: if I'm really, really into you, and we bonded and we're committed to each other, I'm not stepping outside the relationship. I'm not doing that. Is there gonna be temptation there? Yes, because you're human. Yeah, it's gonna be temptation there, but if you're strong enough and you got a strong enough bond, that's not gonna bother you. It's not gonna bother you. So I knew how to not feed into that. I knew how to say no. You know, or better than that, go on my phone and just block those people out off my phone. Respect where I'm at. I'm in a relationship right now. Don't send me no nude photos. Don't send me no crazy sexual messages, text messages. Respect my boundaries and respect who I'm with. You don't have to know the person, you know, but give me enough respect to know that I'm off limits. Leave me alone. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Tomorrow, I will bring you another video. Please do me a favor. If you have any comments at all, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Any criticism doesn't matter, you know. I invite it all, you know. You let me know where I could what I can impede on, what I could have said better, done better. Let me know down in the comment section. This is your angel signing off. Till tomorrow. Peace, love, respect, and happiness. God bless. Bye.